Home teams won all four in the Raptors-Cavs series, and back in Cleveland, Scotty Barnes, Donovan Mitchell, and James Harden, and boy, good start for Toronto. They jump out 22-10 on them.
Yeah, I thought this was going to be something to be.
You thought wrong.
The Brandon Ingram injury really hurt these guys.
Oh, no, it didn't.
James Harden stepping back, and then Donovan Mitchell
he had a pretty good
beats the horn, 11-0 run. You mentioned Brandon Ingram, Chuckster.
Yeah.
Brandon ain't been doing nothing the whole playoffs.
He is their leading scorer this season, but yeah, has struggled in the series.
Yeah,
he aggravates a right heel injury.
Put some icy hot on that,
And then
Brandon.
Scotty Barnes, that's the real problem if you see Scotty Barnes limping around.
He's going to tough it out.
Chet played really well today.
Oh.
I'll tell you what.
Toronto had 23 points off turnover in the first half.
Dennis Schroeder played great.
Oh.
Yes, he did. There's Donovan Mitchell as
Yes, he did.
Toronto had a 12-point lead.
Mobley played well, too.
Wiggled
Schroeder,
away.
Oh, one more.
nice pass.
Jared Allen there, and then Jamal Shead.
Yeah.
In
Shed's been
transition.
playing great. Shout out
Knocks
to
down
Kelvin
the three.
Sampson.
Yeah, he's getting a lot of time. Emmanuel quickly out for Toronto at the point.
Move right there is crazy.
Cleveland getting back in this thing.
Give me that.
I'm not sure why the Cavs aren't playing with great energy and effort. Man.
And Scotty taking a shot across the face in the process.
Oh, good pass.
Evan Mobley from Donovan Mitchell. Down 3 after 3, and they put together a 13-0 run, bridging the third and fourth quarters. And Evan Mobley would only hit a couple of threes in the
he
series.
Played better. He played better.
Yeah, you can't go into the street.
And there's your guy, Dennis Schroeder.
Dennis Schroeder was fantastic. He's been fantastic ever since they made that trade.
19 points tonight, 11 of those in the fourth quarter. This from a guy who had scored 18 in the first 4 games, goes for 19 tonight. And his was the name on the tip of the tongue of Kenny Atkinson after the game.
Hey, Dennis Schroeder, man. Come on, man. This is what the playoffs are about, right? Like Game 3, we sit you, right? I sat you, right? And we also, so you go to work. You got in the gym. It's about the work. It's about not putting your head down. You and Omar, I saw it every day. And that's why you had the great game, because you didn't get down on yourself.
I love big games. I love the playoffs. I think every player is, working for their moment. Today I was lucky that I made my shots. I could help my team win, and that's the most important. What it's about.
He spoke at length, probably for about 2 or 3 minutes at halftime, just about what he saw and what we could have done it better as a group. And then after the game, we were like, damn, I guess you were just talking to yourself, like, you know what I'm saying, and got himself going.
And sometimes, Shaq, that is how the playoffs go. When somebody comes out, well, not out of nowhere, but somebody who hasn't been much of a factor and suddenly seals a win for you.
And that's why I'm always so big on others, because, the way Cleveland was playing, they were playing okay, but not enough to win. A lot of silly turnovers. But when you get a guy that comes in and you're at home, you play like that, crowd gets involved. Mobley hit, 2 big threes to, get the crowd going. But Schroeder played well. They tried to play well. But they still have to come out and play with a lot more energy if they want to close this thing out.
Yeah, I mean,
they benched. If you go back, if you look at that game, their starters still didn't play good to me. Their bench guys, to me, was the difference. Because they might have finished it, but when they were not playing well, because they got off to an awful start, and when he went to his bench, those guys gave them some life and some energy. But the starters got to pick it up. James and Donovan, they got to play better. Mobley got to play better. My man Jared Allen got to play better.
James had a pretty good first quarter.
Yeah, he did. But they were down.
But like the fourth quarter, 1 point between Donovan Mitchell and James Harden.
That can't happen.
Your best players have to be your best players. And Donovan and James have not played. They played good the first 2, but this is 3, in my opinion, subpar games in a row. That can't happen because they should win this series, especially now that Brandon Ingram's out.
Yeah, well, at halftime, you were acting like the sky was falling.
It is falling, Ernie. You cannot just you can't. you got to play hard, man. You can't relax. They're not playing with – you saw what happened with the Lakers. You just can't play, man. You got to play with desperation. The playoffs are desperation. You got to play like this is a really big deal. Now the Lakers, you said panic button. The panic button needs to be hit.
Yeah, I agree. However, there's two sides, and like you always say, what Paul Silas told you, they got a head too. Meaning, you could play with desperation, but so can I. And so what's going to happen? And then sometimes your night's going to be a night. And what Dennis Schroeder did, normally I used to say this to young players when they were coming to the league, just because you don't play don't mean you can't play. And so don't let a coach believe that you can't play because he's not playing you. But Dennis Schroeder knows that he could play. He's been in big moments on the national stage, in the international stage rather, as well as in the playoffs. So he knows how to play this game at a high level. And I love the way Coach Atkinson corrected. He's like, we didn't play. I mean, I didn't play.
Yeah, exactly.
Because that's the first thing I was like, no, it wasn't we. It was you, brother. Yeah. You didn't put me in the game. So, and, you know, he was ready. He was ready when he was called on. That's a true professional. And honestly, when he first got traded before James, we thought he was going to be the starting point guard when that trade, and then James Harden came in the trade a week later.
Game 6 of that series will be Friday in Toronto. Raptors trying to stay alive in their gym in Game 6. When we come back, Lakers once up 3-0, now up 3-2. You'll hear from LeBron James after this. A half than they had through 3 quarters of that Game 4 rock fight. And in a series that's tied 2 games apiece, Toronto on the road, where they've not won a game in their playoff history. Cleveland leading 74-67 over the Cavs. NBA Halftime is presented by Hyundai. Studio J here in Atlanta. Ernie Johnson, Charles Barkley, Kenny the Jet Smith, and Shaquille O'Neal. I'm loving this first 24 minutes, man.
That was a great first half by Toronto. Everybody that's sharing the ball. Their defense is unbelievable. But I just got to say, man, I just want to apologize for picking the Cavs to get to the finals.
Man, you're halfway through Game 5.
Ernie, what you see, no team's going to get to the championship playing like the last 3 games. They done played 3 bad games, two bad games and a half in a row. Like, they don't value the basketball. They don't play with – you can't win with consistent players. Like, when you and Shaq and Kenny know, when you're on a good team, man, there's a sense of urgency.
Right.
There's no sense of urgency with this Cavs team.
Who are you apologizing to, though?
Oh, America. I've been bamboozled, hoodwinked, led astray.
Yeah. Well, that's what you've done to America, too.
Okay.
Time for Epic Moment, brought to you by Hyundai. As we take a look at the first half, and it's offensively an explosion compared to Game 4.
Jeez.
74-67 is your count. Remember, these teams in Game 4 combined from 3 went 14 for 70.
Dude, it's like Richard Jefferson and Tim Legler are playing in this game.
Yeah, as a matter of fact.
He doesn't.
RJ and Legs in the studio tonight, too. They're here for the Hawks-Knicks game.
Richard. Hey, first of all, those guys do a terrific job. Richard Jefferson does not want to go by the name RJ anymore. He want to go by Huggy Bear.
Why Huggy Bear, Chuck?
You know, like a little gigolo back in the day.
Can we see that?
All we need is Starsky and Hutch.
Come on, man. You got one of them buttons up, man.
Too much. Hey, one more button, we're going to see his navel.
Hey, here, let me tell you right now.
Looking like J-Lo.
Here is the stunning number of the first half. To your point, 10 turnovers. 23 points off turnovers that Toronto was taking advantage of.
Well, you know, you talk about the Toronto Raptors. Oh, come on, boy. Come on. Who stops now? That's all I'm saying. But defensively, no, I see you, Shaq. Defensively, you know, the one thing is what defense win championships and offense as well. But right here,
breaking the set, man.
I know the set is terrible. But look at this. Come back, second effort, block the shot. Do not give up on the play. That's Scotty Barnes. But now look at this defense out front on Donovan Mitchell. We got the switch. But no, freeze it here. There's no distance between Him and the basketball, one arm's distance. Stay in. Scotty Barnes is locked in in the back. Shed is locked in the back. Shed has done a terrific job in the passing lanes and on the defensive end and scoring the basketball. So all of a sudden now, lockdown again. Shed, get in the passing lane. Now, this is when he's at his best. When he's at University of Houston, same thing, finding people. Ooh. Dunk on your head. Watch your head, boy. Now, again, you got Oliver over here. Same defense. Scotty Barnes is the roamer. Shed does a good passing lanes. We sprint to the rim. This team is a lot more athletic and a lot better than you think they are.
Yes.
What is it, Shaq? Watch your head.
74-67 the count. James Harden was off to a great start in this game for Cleveland.
Yeah, I asked for, both superstars to step up, especially offensively. James Harden, 6 for 9, 19 points. Still got to watch the turnovers, 5 turnovers. Listen, he's playing, he's doing what the fans want him to do. He's playing really good offensively. Now the team as a whole just has to stop people. I need more from Strus. I need more from Mobley. Definitely need more from Jarrett. But right now, James Harden is playing okay, has 19 points, playing pretty good. Shoot that thing like the black Tim Legler right there, let it go. Just black him. That's
black Tim Legler, I like it.
Black Tim Legler, that's how we do it.
Harden, same number of turnovers and assists, 29.
That's too many,
in this series.
29 turnovers and 29 assists. That's not good.
Series.
Yeah, you're supposed to be 2-1 or 3.
Meantime, so look,
you're right.
Toronto's got the lead. Brandon Ingram's not going to be back. 1 point, 0 of 2, right heel situation.
You're right. We've all been bamboozled.